And just like that, we're back. Live.
We are back.
We are back, Mr. Viewer.
It's Friday again. Week's been flying.
Friday
it's great.
Again, Saturday's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Live on YouTube. We're here every Friday, people, 6 Central. Justin was a little confused in the background, you know, just showed up. Time zones, they're important. Also available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts after the fact, so be sure to give it a subscribe, rate, and review. And we're having a good time on this Friday the 13th, viewers. Did you come across any black cats away to the podcast this evening?
I didn't, but I was a little bit extra cautious today just to make sure nothing bad was going to happen. But,
Indeed.
It's been good so far.
Got the TRC
a few hours
Friday
left in the
13th.
Yep.
Rocking the Jason TRC shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Here not getting festivities.
Yep.
Really keep it going for us, you know.
Our good friend Next Day Nate designed that shirt.
That's right. Best designer in all of auto detailing.
Yeah, it's definitely a pretty creative guy.
Known for his classic Dream Maker accomplishment shirt. I mean, that's just the trophy of graphic design technology there.
Yeah.
Just the peak.
Very, very humble about it, too.
Yeah, we'll have to have him on, I think.
TRCMA.
That'd be pretty funny.
You wouldn't expect him that, you know, if you saw him and just started talking, you wouldn't think that he's the mastermind behind it all. So
That's right. Well, Dewar, we tried to give away a giveaway last week.
We sure did.
And unfortunately, Mr. Martin or Martin or Mart88N did not get with me in the 7-day time period. So I think that means we have to give it away again. What do you think?
I think that's a good idea. It's lots of notice, you know, lots a full week. I mean, I think that's pretty generous. And,
I think so.
But I'm sure there's going to be other giveaways in the future. So
I'm tired of this box just sitting on my
no kidding,
mini fridge out there.
So
taking up space. It's a big box, got all kind of good stuff in it. If you missed last week's, you know, I showed the video, got all kind of good stuff in it. Sheldon Klassen, the Mike's Detail Depot MJJC foam cannon giveaway last week. Hopefully you got that on the way.
Yeah, I know he's been dealing with a ton of rain. That's been
hopefully you can get
hammered.
Get the box out. I mean, it might be floating away. Shit. So hopefully that foam cannon's on the way. I think it was Sheldon, wasn't it? Not pretty sure.
Something like
Memory's quite spotty.
Yeah, we'll have to go back and watch it. But yeah, definitely. I think best of luck to everybody. We do have the list regenerated, and this time Jamie's going to run it. So, did we remove Martin from it just to make sure he doesn't win again?
We'll leave him on there. We'll give him one more week if he wins again.
There you go.
So he's still on there. Everybody who left us a review on Apple, Spotify, and Anchor, or at least Apple, that we could see, is on at the wheel. So if you got to drop us a 5-star review, leave us a written review, and we'll put you in future giveaways, all that good stuff. But let's give it a spin and see who wins this thing.
Let's do it.
Who we got here? We passed Martin. Dustin Guard from the Dustin Guard from the Detail Spot. That's hilarious.
My
so we'll
goodness.
see if Dustin needs this box. I have a feeling he might just pass it along to the next one, but we'll see. And if he doesn't want it,
I think Dustin has a horseshoe tattooed somewhere on his body because he's had
it's the second time he's won one of our giveaway. Yep. That's funny, but we'll hit up Mr. Dustin Guard. Maybe he won't. We'll see. From the DL Spot over there, go check out his channel. Excellent podcast. I think he's trying to do more of the business side. I don't think he wants to get out there and actually use half this stuff anymore. So but he's killing it over there. But we'll see. But let's get into some plugs, Dewar, so we can get a great guest on. Have a sort of reunion show today. But you can check out the Cleaner Stash, links in bio, promo Jamie10 for our links there for that, and DIY Detail. Promo Jamie10 will save you 10% there. and help support the podcast, all the good stuff. If you've been checking out my new reviews, I reviewed the Gold Standard polish pad and spray polish this week. Some tremendous stuff there. So go try it yourself, Jamie, and save you a little bit. Support the podcast, all that good stuff. That's all I got from me, Dewar. So hit them with some of that Dewar detailing news.
Yeah, so it's been a nice warm week here, and I mean, hopefully gonna get some cleaning done this week. All the ice is melting, so everything's kind of wet and nasty and gross, but still gotta get to it. But friends over at TOC Supplies have been dropping some good sneak peek stuff. We got some new lines coming in, and our guest today as well, some of his favorite products and some of, I think, our favorite products too. Koch-Chemie has quite the lineup at TOC. So Bucky VW gets you some money off there as well. They're killer products, super easy to identify with the color scheme. If you weren't a chemistry fan in school, you certainly are to be one now. I think they make the periodic table fun. So yeah, that's all I have over here. So I think we can bring on our guest today. What do you think?
That's right. I think so as well. TOC getting DIY detail very shortly as well. So that's going to be exciting.
Very much.
And then you'll be able to check out that Gold Standard polishing system.
Yeah. Get my hands on some of that.
Yep. Got to do it. Good stuff. Yep. But anyway, yes. Of this evening is our former live correspondent cohort from last year's TRCMA 2022. He's a former Grand Ambassador of the year of the COVID year of 2020, where he dominated his competition like Rad Dodge. I mean, totally slammed him that year and just dominated the competition.
I think he's in the chat as well, so
good.
Hopefully, we won't need to delete any of those. Won't need to delete any nasty comments. Hopefully, but
that's right. And now he has kind of disappeared from the scene, but now he's back. Put out a YouTube video this week where his new garage is under construction. So we hear the story. Where's he been? Where did he disappear to after TRCMA? And see what he's up to lately and see how this garage is coming into fruition. Somebody introducing from Mountain Town Detail, it's Mr. Justin Dean.
Donkeys. So it's been 9 months since the last time that I dropped a video.
Mr. Justin Dean, how's it going? Good to have you back.
It's going well, guys. It's a little busy, but going well.
Yes, and I had a bio for you written up before the show, and I accidentally did it, prompt to afterwards. But what is you work with KCX now, Koch-Chemie, as we can obviously see. So what's your title over there?
So my title is a business development manager. It's mainly logistics for the most part. A little more in depth than that, but it's sort of usually when a logistical person comes on and says, I work in logistics, they don't do everything in logistics, but I do pretty much everything in logistics.
Yeah.
So when it comes to a website or, stocking and ordering and shipping, and it's, all sorts of such and stuff. So it's always busy.
Always busy. That's probably why you've been so busy with your new transition. You moved, you did all this stuff. So let's just go back to the beginning. We sign off TRCMA 2022. Where did you go after when did this KCX job offer get presented to you and all that good stuff?
Yeah, so the TRCMA was
end of March.
It was last week of March.
That's right. That's right. So into March. First couple of months after that were not the greatest for me, but that's other news. But so I decided to move back to Georgia in late May, and we left I think May 27th from Montana and took off a week-long cross-country trip. Me and my family, and it was a lot of fun. We stopped at I think 7 national parks, and we only did like an 8-hour day every day. So we really got to explore, the areas. And I think we crossed over 15 states or something like that. But it was a lot of fun. Actually, whenever we arrived back into Georgia, we immediately left for Florida 2 days later. And then we were actually in Florida for 3 weeks. And then I started the job with KCX on July 1st. So
nice.
So a big reset after TRCMA. Yep.
Yeah. So basically, the company I was with before, I was with them for 18 years.
Mhm.
I needed a big reset.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then, prior to moving, I sold Mountain Town Detail. Literally everything was gone because I knew for a while I was not going to be detailing because I wouldn't really have a place to do anything.
Yeah. Right.
And then my new job here at KCX would sort of fill that void, and then I could use the bay here and do whatever I needed to with my vehicles. But I needed some time off with detailing in general for other people, I guess.
Yeah.
So walk us through that.
Nothing wrong with the reset.
Yeah, no, nothing wrong with the reset for sure. So walk us through that selling the business, but you kept the brand, right? You're still Mountain Town Detail, just selling the business.
Yeah, I kept the brand. I actually tried selling the brand as well. I tried to sell everything. However, it's harder for a new, not established person to, purchase a business with a brand because of the money, side of things. And then also it's hard for a existing business to purchase a brand because they already have a brand. So I tried selling a brand first. Actually, about 2 weeks before I left, I had gave up and said, okay, it's fine. I'm going to pack everything up and I'll just ship it on and, I'll have everything. Yeah. And then I had a newer business in the area contact me and wanted to take over, my business, not really the brand because he had already, he had a brand and he wanted to establish it himself. Yep. But would like to have my help with the existing business I already had. So, so he, basically bought everything and all my clients, basically.
Nice. Sold in the client list. That definitely helps someone out for sure. And you might as well, right? You're leaving the area.
Yeah,
might as well help
exactly.
someone out along the
and
way.
It's not necessarily like, all the money side of things. It was more, listen, like I can really help somebody with this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If somebody would, want it. But it was just like, who wants it? And I didn't really advertise it. It was sort of word of mouth type thing, but it all ended up working out in the end. And now it's time to start over.
Yep. So do you got anything?
No, it's just, I know we've been talking kind of ever since. So definitely kind of know the journey, but I think it's good to have the reset. And it was, just kind of following you on Instagram. It was nice that you had kind of that slow transition to Georgia. It wasn't just, drive straight. And, I think the, look fun for your family. And, it was probably good for your mental state too, just to kind of get away and just have fun and, kind of enjoy, different parts of the country you may not have seen before. And it looks like a great journey for sure.
Yeah, I was about to say good reset for the brain for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. So KCX, you've been bumping elbows with them for quite a long time. We knew that your brand during your venture with Mountain Town Detail when you were in business full time doing that. So when did you get the job offer from Koch-Chemie?
So like you said, me and Andrew have been close, for a few years. Basically right when KCX came on board, which was my Grand Ambassador year. We just sort of really got connected and I started really pushing their brand and product because I liked it. That was sort of it. I thought it was very intriguing. It was fresh, new. We didn't really have a lot of products here in the U.S. So I'm like, I love like the 3 or 4 products they had here at the time.
Yeah.
And it was just like I got to try out new products, pretty quick when they came in, and just being able to use and really start to enjoy them and like them and have knowledge of the products. Just sort of went from there. But talks with Andrew were started over 2 years ago, probably.
Right.
And he's been reeling you in for a while.
Well, it was hard because, like I said before, 18 years with the business I was with, it was hard to give that up.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because it was comfortable. But, a lot of things happened to me this year, I guess with everything around me. And I felt like that this was, pulling me in this direction. And at TR-SEMA is sort of when it was announced to the KCX team that, I'd be coming on board during the summer, last year. So,
yeah.
Nice. And
very cool.
Did you feel a void that they were looking for, or how to find your role at the company?
Yeah, we're still a very, very small team here. We're extremely small, actually. There's only 13 of us, I think, completely. And that includes everybody. And so, there was nobody running logistics. Andrew was trying to do everything himself. And, obviously, logistics is a one-man job, one-man, a multiple-person job as it is. But then you have one person doing it who's doing 20 other things.
Yeah.
And Andrew, quite the overachiever.
He was definitely diving deep. But no, good for him. And, he really has done a great job getting the company going here in the U.S. And we're gradually working on, we gradually gain people every year, and who knows what this year will bring. So.
Do you got anything for the KCX side of things?
Yeah, I mean, I remember, kind of like we talked at TR-CMA, and then obviously with, your experience, you were definitely a good fit, but also just from the social media side, I mean, kind of helping them grow a little bit, because literally like they came to the US, and then, TRC kind of brought them on and, really helped out with that. But even just how it's grown, like it's, we have all their stuff in Canada now for the most part. And, I really like their products. I know there's a lot of others that like the products too. But, you guys all seem like a fantastic group. And, I think Jamie and I have talked about this before, that we feel like we can reach out to any one of the Koch people and, just have a conversation with them really at any time. So it's very, very personal. And, it doesn't give off that kind of businessy vibe in a sense. It's definitely more of a more laid back kind of situation, at least from what we see. And, but yeah, I'm very excited for where it's going to go. I know we've had Andrew on before on this, so he's kind of given us a little bit of history with KCX, kind of with the sales side of things, and just excited to see what happens.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, I think
national brand, the logistics of it, I can imagine get quite complicated.
It's a lot. It really is.
Yeah,
especially with everything coming from Germany. It's a whole nother process. It's not just U.S. I mean, you're dealing with Germany directly and trying to get everything coordinated to come over. So yeah, it's just so much. But like you said, with the social media side of things, that's still Germany for the most part.
Yeah.
Originally I thought I'd be able to help, but man, this logistics stuff is is a lot. It's just a lot more. However, something I have been able to do is actually try to respond to people on social media. That's something that I do. So yeah, just trying to make sure. And it's a small team, so we're all, it's easier to, respond and communicate when it's a smaller team versus, larger.
Absolutely. So what have been kind of the biggest struggles logistics wise with KCX? Is it kind of like I know some products needed a new reformulation.
And we still deal with that. That's one of the biggest things is, we have products that we've been wanting to get over here for years, as I'm told, and it's still just such a, hard time trying to get the formulas approved in the US. So there's a lot of work that goes involved and are involved in everything. And our chemists over there are constantly working to get everything right and make sure we can get it. But I mean, honestly, it's still, we have so many products that aren't here. So like you say, it's just developing the right chemistry for those products. So yeah, I think that's one of the hardest things for us here. So, but we do have 5 new products coming out this year. So more, but there is 5. One will be landing actually probably next week. So
nice.
There you go. If you got any more KCX questions, save them to the end, and we'll enter that live chat Q&A and guest in here. All you little KCX questions, and we will do our best. But Justin, that takes us to newest YouTube video. You're back on the YouTube. Got a garage under construction. So Montana, they got donkeys, and they got small garages.
In Georgia, they do. So we live next to a farm next door, and there's donkeys that literally, there's like 2 donkeys that like walk right on the property line. Nice. And they're only there in the early afternoon, like, well, not early afternoon, probably like 12 o'clock, so like lunch or earlier. And I just happened to be out there, and there they go, hee-hawing away during my first little video. And then I was going to retake that, but it started pouring rain a little later. And so I was like, it is what it is, donkeys.
Yeah. Donkeys, yeah. I used to live by donkeys. They're quite mean and annoying, yeah.
As far as the garage goes, it's a pain right now. Me and Alex were talking earlier, but so they came out and did the pre-work last week. I did my first video, which is what I wanted to wait on to sort of get back into things. So I wanted to completely do the progress of the garage every week until it's done, and then go into detailing and starting the channel that way again. But well, here we are, week 2, and nothing was done. So all the pre-work's still there, but nothing else has been done yet. So it was supposed to be concreted this week, and it's still just sort of sitting there. So
what's the plan? Are we bringing Mountain Town back full time, or well, not full time, but
No, I don't think at least not right now. It'll be more of I'll probably do a car or 2 a month. You know how Levi, from the rag company, he does, 1 a weekend. Sometimes he'll do more, but I want to stick with maybe 1 or 2 a month.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I wanted to move back was spend more time with the family instead of working my full-time job and then also detailing full-time for the most part.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, no. So it'll be fun. It'll be more of a hobbyist. It won't be as businessy, more hobbyist, enthusiast. Some different type content, not straight up detailing.
Okay.
With the connections I have now, starting here at KCX, it'll be a lot more fun, and I'll have more content, like more fun stuff to do.
Nice.
So,
maybe focus more the adventure side of the Mountain Town detail. I know you had a couple, camping videos and this and that on the channel as well.
Yeah.
Your nightmarish scenario when you were in Universal, trying to park at Universal. That was a funny video.
Yeah, I tried throwing some of that stuff in there every now and
then.
Yep. I am planning a Disney trip right now.
Hey, I'm your guy. I can help you out.
Yep. I envisioned a full Disney podcast with you one day.
Hey, that would be a lot of fun.
Get on here and
live on location.
Yep, you're gonna help me plan it out.
So
I can use all the tips.
There is one thing on the garage, above the garage upstairs, the new build. There will be an office, and then there will be a media room. So
nice.
I will have a podcast actually coming as well.
Sweet.
Nice.
However, it probably will not be. It's not going to be solely detailing. It will be a mixture of all sorts of stuff, probably.
Yep.
But yeah, so stay tuned for that. It's a long ways away, though.
Yeah.
We're probably,
that's all right.
Maybe next year.
Yeah. Yeah, depending on how quick your the contractors and whatnot work around there.
Jeez. Maybe in 6 months I might have my garage. I thought it might be a little sooner, but who knows?
The donkeys may learn how to do some contracting and get it done a little bit faster.
I hope they do.
Get your little donkeys over there. Yep.
Get some hot donkey content. So
there you go.
Yeah. But I think it's I'm looking forward to kind of, I think it's just going to bring the fun of detailing back to you, because I think for all of us it kind of started as a hobby and then kind of worked its way more into a serious thing. Especially for you two is definitely, for you, Justin, more of a full-time thing, because it was basically 3 days a week just going 110% with it on top of your full-time gig. So I think it'll be enjoyable. I mean, it's from my perspective, being a hobbyist, it's great just to kind of pick and choose and take a break if you want. And looking forward to the other new stuff. I know if anybody's been in Justin's truck with them, he has a lot of other hobbies besides detailing. There's not a square inch of the Tundra that's not covered by some kind of gadget. So,
do you still have the Tundra?
No, though there's no more Tundra. So
yeah, so
give us
all
the
that
update on the Yoda fleet.
Yeah, whatever vehicle it's moved into, I'm sure that'll be covered too. So.
Go ahead, give us an update on the. Yeah, go ahead.
If you follow along on Mountain Town Yodas, on that Instagram, that's where you'll find all my vehicles. But
yeah, they've turned from green to white, apparently.
It did. However, that color is changing end of the month. So.
Okay. I thought we were matching the themes, KCX, Mountain Town, blending in a little bit.
Yeah, you'll see what it is.
He's going with every color of the periodic table.
Let's just say it's not. Yeah, it's not one color. Let's just say that.
No.
There you go. Yeah, it's gonna start at green like the periodic table behind him, and it'll blend.
Yeah,
go along.
Yeah.
Be like Dane's wrap. Just change colors on you.
Be the gradient Yoda. So.
But new garage, that's exciting. What are going to be some classic, amenities, as the Master Shine said, into the new Mountain Town garage?
Well, let's see. So the garage is like 750 square feet, and I'm going to have Swiss tracks for the first time.
Oh,
big upgrade. I did epoxy before, the polyurethane epoxy. In Montana. Honestly, it was great. I didn't really mind it, but I wanted to do something different here, so I figured Swiss tracks it is.
Yep.
So we're gonna do Swiss tracks, and then I'm ready for Matt Mormon to hurry up with that vacuum.
Yeah,
looks like a good vacuum.
It looks pretty legit
because I want that. But outside of that, man, I don't know. I don't know what's going in the garage.
You gotta have.
I think one of the coolest things that I saw OG do is that they, you got to give full credit to Mr. Mike over there, the contractor extraordinaire. But they did a tandem kranzless setup. So basically, they have two feeding one hose, and they essentially have 4 gallons per minute and at 900 psi. Which is nuts.
So that's what it is. It kind of combines the flow of both units.
Yeah, so it's basically got essentially both outputs go into a single line, and they did the tests and they were getting a ton of flow, which it's probably a super weird thing to deal with because it's probably like the same amount of water from like a garden hose, but with the pressure and efficiency of a pressure washer, which is kind of wild. But yeah, it's I don't think that's necessary for everybody, but a good wall-mounted pressure washer solution is pretty ideal. So,
well, pressure washer wise, I think I'm actually going to go with an Active 2.0.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid unit.
We've had one here for a while now, and we have a Kranzler, we have a Common, we have what else? Something else, and then the Active. I like using the Active more than any of those.
Oh yeah.
Nice. So probably going Active, and then I'm probably going to go with some lev rack as well.
Yeah, that stuff's cool. I've seen like similar like shelving things where you can move it around at like big warehouses and whatnot, but that just kind of seems like a super slick kind of home solution. It doesn't seem as industrial. Like it seems still kind of user friendly, if that makes sense. But it's nice stuff.
But it's gonna be great.
Very cool.
Have to check that out.
Yeah, it's kind of a good solution if you're kind of low on space. But.
Yeah, it doesn't expand it wide.
Yeah,
it's more condensed. In the area. So, and that's sort of, I'm going to have a staircase on the back side, so I'm going to have a little. The area is going to be a little smaller than what I'm, really used to. and I don't want to utilize the sides. I want to leave those open as much as I can.
Right.
So we'll see. And then black ceiling, black floor is going to be
going black
than usual. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what was that, like a Rupes video? Jason Rose said black's the way to go now. Just black out everything, and really you can see all the defects or something. Seems pretty interesting.
Yeah, I remember that. It was. Yeah, I think you'll get used to it. I think it'll be a good thing, and then some decent lighting will probably help too.
What kind of lighting are we going? We're going with the hex lights. What are we going with?
It's a debate. I keep throwing it up in the air. I think hex sometimes.
Yeah.
Then sometimes I don't like hex, but I like the way they look.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't like the way they look on cars.
Yeah. It looks kind of funky.
I've never seen them, so except in videos.
I love it. If you're just looking at it, it's great, and it produces great light. But on cars and vehicles, I just don't know if you're polishing and you see all these zigzag lines.
Pull us up this storage solution we were talking about, so everybody can kind of get a glimpse of it.
Oh, lev rack.
I think
I can pull that up here.
There's some lev rack in there.
Mm-hmm.
I've been I just installed, actually not just, but it was in the spring. I installed some of the Amazon special Barina lights, and they were on a pretty good sale, and I've been actually pretty happy with them. They've been really rock solid.
That's what I had in Montana.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be so good, but they've been rock solid. So yeah, this is the lev rack system. So
that's an interesting
up top,
setup.
Yeah, because up top here, because it's basically this outer black frame, and the cabinets inside have little wheels that ride along here, so that this cabinet kind of slides back and forth. So that's why there's a space here to accompany, you getting in to look at your cabinets wherever you need to be. So, and they have a bunch of different sizes. So,
and you can actually get a table or counter or whatever to attach to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of have like a little workstation as well. So it just comes off the rack and attaches to it. So, but you see what I mean? Like if you spread those, if you turn those cabinets around and facing you, it's going to take up a lot more width.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, so definitely a pretty good looking system. And I know they have a bunch of different heights. Like this is kind of a good view too, just having all your goodies there and whatnot. So
he's got some McGuire's in there. We need to put
I saw that in there. But I think they're a pretty small company. Are they out of Kentucky? Is that what I heard?
I think that is right. They're pretty small. They came on the scene a couple years ago. I guess in a bigger. I'm sure they've been around a little longer than that, but.
This the Viper chair of cabinets? What is it?
Well, what's funny is if every purchase you make on, I think LevRack or Viper Chair 1 right now, I think maybe both, you get entered to win a free Viper chair.
Yeah, so, they got some golden ticket stuff going on. I know our good friend Lex sent me a photo the other day when they launched that, and I'm like, oh geez, everyone's taking the Willy Wonka approach and going golden tickets. So
golden ticket.
I am not opposed to that whatsoever. I think it's I love to see the collaborations with different brands out there. Especially with Viper's getting big, but I mean they're still very small in the grand scheme of things. But it's great to see them kind of helping out let's call LevRack a little guy, but I don't know for sure. I mean, I don't know how much they're pushing out, but I mean that's this overall system is $4,200, but it's 8 feet long, 7 feet tall, but it'll probably last you the rest of your life. And for a decent sized cabinet array that size, it's maybe a little bit less, but probably not built as well.
My Home Depot specials are already wearing out on me, so I'm sure it'll last longer than them.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at I had New Age in my Montana garage, and I think I paid $2,500 for the set, and though the LevRack system is a lot bigger, depth and width, and it is made of nicer materials than the new age.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, very much. That's
all right. Well, people, if you got any more questions for Justin and KCX questions, whatever you got, you can start trickling them in. We'll start chatting you up. So, Justin, I did get me a bottle of protector wax. Haven't used it yet, but I do have a bottle of it. So, what's the word on protector wax? How?
I personally love protector wax.
All that good stuff.
I've been a fan since day one, since we got it in. I think I was actually one of the first ones here to try it. But I've put it on my vehicle, not my Yoda that I have now, but I bought a Mazda CX-5 like to commute in. And then eventually my wife took it over because it's better on gas mileage. So I've been putting it on that for like, I don't know, every 3 months or so. And people always comment and say, what kind of coating do you have on that? And I'm like, I don't. It's just protector wax.
Yeah.
So, it foams on. It literally takes 30 seconds and you spray it off and you're good to go. And it really does.
You put it in a foam cannon, or do you just spray it on?
Yeah, no, use a foam cannon, put an ounce in a foam cannon.
Really? Okay.
And then just foam it on, rinse it off. You're good to go. There's no dwell time. Just foam the whole vehicle like you would anything. Mm-hmm. And then you can just immediately rinse it off.
Mm-hmm. So recently I made a bead maker cannon, a bead cannon video. So significantly less product is going to be placed in the foam cannon with a protector wax than the bead cannon. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be making a video soon. There we go.
Yeah, so it's only 1 ounce in a foam cannon, and it lasts around 3 months of beading and durability. And usually that's what I've been testing is like every 3 months I would reapply, and it's never failed. It's always beading like crazy.
Mm-hmm. It'll bond to everything, paint, trim, glass.
Yeah, wheels. It's really good on wheels.
Yeah, that's where I mostly use stuff like this is wheels. Just you can get the whole wheel protected, easier, all that good stuff, easy peasy. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be checking that out shortly. Dewar, you got any questions lined up?
Yeah, we've got a couple here. Let me see. Yeah, just kind of some comments about kind of the work-life balance being improved a little bit. Always gotta take care of the family for sure. Larry Singleton always dropping the hot questions here. When is H9.02 going to be available in the US?
I'm thinking it's going to be so we're waiting on 5 liters right now. And we really want to launch it all together if we can. We currently do have H902 in the States. However, we want to make sure we don't want to sell H901 in one thing and then H902 in the other thing, because once we start selling H902, once H901 is gone, it's gone. It's not coming back.
Right.
So
what's the improvements?
It is. It's an improvement. It's H9 or H901's great. H902 it cuts a little better. And then there's, less dusting. So, that's pretty much it, though. I mean, it's you can tell a difference, though, for sure, especially in like the dusting part. But I'm going to go with a hard date of March 1st, maybe sooner, but I'm going to say March 1st for H902.
Nice.
Very nice.
And then let me get rid of that one. And then Miller Detailing just kind of saying, Viper Chair's got that deal with Lev Racks. So definitely, if you haven't had a Viper Chair, all 3 of us actually do have Viper Chairs. So it's I know Justin was kind of going through a phase of giving them away. So
yeah.
So we got a few other friends. Definitely, I enjoyed that. The drawing system that you had was pretty fun. And pay for a spot and didn't win, but that's okay. But yeah, Viper Chairs have been a pretty awesome addition to the garage.
Yeah.
Do you want to see the KCX Viper Chair?
I do.
Yes, we do.
Hold on.
All right.
I'm gonna roll over here.
Yeah. Little off-camera action, folks.
Oh, we get the whole chart. The whole chart now. What the products we got?
I don't think anybody would be opposed to having that chart on a poster hanging on your wall.
Yeah, it would be a pretty good banner.
Oh my goodness!
There it is, people. White.
Yep, that's
black.
Oh,
attack.
So pretty.
Nice and clean.
We actually have more than just that one, but that one's beside me. We have a couple low pros too that are the same. But.
Nice.
Yeah, I need to get me a low pro steel. It would come in handy for sure. I'm still
I guess the real question is, do you guys have Leather Star on that Viper chair?
That one right there, I don't know if we put anything on it. We just put it together.
Yeah. That's right.
So that one's probably nothing on it. It's pretty bare.
Yeah, that's the control. That's the control Viper. But we got another one here. I know this has been a pretty commonly asked question from our friend Sheldon Clausen. What is the biggest difference between super foam and active foam?
The classic foam debate.
Yep.
It's one of our greatest asked questions, I think.
Yep.
The hot foam talk.
I see it everywhere. Every Koch-Chemie video has what's the difference between super foam and active foam.
Yeah. So, active foam is more. So let's talk gentle snow foam first. Yep. That's your basic maintenance wash, and that's what it is. Good all around, just a basic wash. Yep. You go into the active foam setting, and then your cleaning is a little umph. Like it's got a little ump to it. So now your cleaning power is greater than it was with the GSF. So if your car's a little dirtier, then you're probably going to want to use, active foam to clean it. You don't want to use active foam to clean it every single wash. If you're washing your vehicle, every couple of weeks or, one time a month, and let's say it's coated, you don't want to wash it consistently with active. But it is fine on coated vehicles. I use it on mine. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
And then you've got super foam, which is more of your strip wash. So higher pH on, gradually goes up, and then you get super foam. So that's going to be your more strip wash. If you want to get rid of, any sealants, waxes, such like that. Super foam really, it's not going to kill a coating. You can go out and wash your vehicle with super foam.
Yeah.
It's not going to kill it. You just don't want to do it very often.
Strong stuff.
Super foam, serious stuff.
Really it all comes down to just cleaning durability, and you're cleaning different levels. Depends on how dirty your car is. So.
So your weekly wash, you want GSF. Your quarterly wash, you want a little active foam action. And if on my level, detailing the work truck comes in that just has years of grime built up on it, I'm pulling out the super foam and I'm taking it to Nuketown is what I call super foam.
Nuketown, USA.
And that's with a Green Star pre-treatment as well.
Yep. Yeah, let's take a minute to appreciate Green Star and how freaking amazing that is. I've been mixing, we're our own self-acclaimed chemists. I know a lot of people love to mix a little bit of Green Star with some GSF.
Before active foam, that was the story.
Green exactly.
Your GSF have a time. Yep.
For our pH fans and your periodic table chemistry fans, the active foam's a pH of 9.5, and just the active foam or the super foam, is a pH 12. So
pH
12
more
alkaline.
Serious. It's some serious power there.
Yep, I know I've got some bite, but I do love some of the different names. I'm just kind of on the K6 site now. The SFF, which is the Super Foam Fruit Bowl. I think that's a very fun name.
So there's actually a holiday edition too.
Oh, we don't.
So, I forget the name of it though. It's like it might even be called Xmas, Casey Xmas or something. But it smells like cinnamon and all that peppermint and such. So, but I doubt we'll ever have it in the States due to. We wouldn't be able to sell it faster. we would have like one container or one pallet of that, and it'd last us 20 years probably.
Yeah, exactly.
I know last time we talked to Andrew, the site was getting updated where you have to make a profile to buy the more professional stuff like super foam and the coating. So that super foam did get moved to that category.
No, super foam actually didn't. We decided not to do super foam.
Okay.
Multi-Star.
Multi-Star for sure.
Multi-Star FCL, or the acid wheel cleaner.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah.
So, because both of those are, I mean, they're up there. They're harsh. I mean, obviously the acids. Well, it's acid, and the Multi-Star. Yeah, you don't want to use Multi-Star straight on anything unless you really have to, because it's pretty rough too. I mean, it's strong stuff. So it's very dilutable though. Running at 1 to 40 is sort of what I do. And I actually use Multi-Star for a pre-wash a lot of times, 1 to 40. I've gradually, I guess, gotten more comfortable with the pH levels and such, working here. So, I used to stay away from certain pH because I was a little nervous with it. But it's really not as bad as it seems. And as long as you're diluting it, you're good to go.
Yeah.
So when should you move up from Green Star to Multi-Star? Is it when kind of you get more, you're like a higher traffic detail shop, something like that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because it's more dilutable. So, you're going to be using less product and get basically the same results. So.
Yep.
Very nice. We got a couple more questions here rolling in, a lot of product focus. So appreciate that, everyone. One here from Luca Belota.
Man, I can't wait for some goof.
Some goof in Canada. I mean, we've already got a bunch of goofs up here, but that's besides the point.
We're probably looking, honestly, probably be May, more than likely. It's not that it won't be available in Canada when it comes like early April.
Yeah.
But I would say after, the distributors up there get their hands on it, it'll probably be early April.
Nice.
When's it coming out in general?
It should be TRCMA.
There we go.
Very nice. Yep.
Yeah, and it is a non-slick kind of dressing.
It's really good. It's the only thing that I've ever used that makes your mats black again, but they're not slick. So it's just really nice.
Yep.
I can get some of that stuff.
I know the WeatherTechs have always been hard to keep looking factory fresh, so I'm hoping this is kind of that missing piece.
I always have the extra step. You dress the WeatherTechs, and then I always like to bake them in the sun, and that kind of kills the slickness with a normal water-based dressing. But if we can skip that baking process, goof earn its spot in the cabinet. Sure.
Yep. So the next one in the line is from David Bramble, Superfoam Remove SOO2.
I'm not going to say it will 100% of the time, but I wouldn't use it on it.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much, it might still be there a little, but it's pretty much going to,
It'll weaken it to a point where you need to reapply. Probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense. And then Al Daly coming in hot with is Green Star or Polestar better for salt or brine?
Well, Polestar's interiors, so I don't know. Let's see. Are you meaning?
I'm thinking salt maybe on carpets inside.
Carpets, yeah, getting and out. That's kind of my guess. The salt stains.
Okay. Gotcha. So I always have used a dilution of Green Star and Polestar together. I've always done that. So I would say Polestar is your better, interior cleaner, and it's meant for the fabric side of things mainly. However, you can use it on everything on the interior. I've always mixed at least an ounce of Green Star into my Polestar dilution to give it that extra little bump. So I would say go run with Polestar and add an ounce to it.
Yep, you need that alkalinity, don't you, Dewar, to kind of weaken up that salt. I don't deal with salt, so,
to be honest, I really don't deal with it either, and especially being down here in Georgia now, we definitely don't deal with it. But
you're not getting the same winters as good old Montana did.
But in Montana, when I did use it, I did have that, and but I can't really tell you the difference because I've always mixed those two.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I'm definitely doing that.
Because Green Star's at 12.5, and then Polestar's at 7, so probably bring it maybe to that 11-ish range, maybe a little bit less. But
and the neutral Polestar just isn't going to have that. It's not going to salt that salt in the carpet enough. I would think.
It
needs a little bit.
I know there's been a I certainly don't envy those folks on the East Coast that deal a lot more with salt even than I do, because we just have kind of rocks and gravel that get thrown down for snow removal and whatnot. But yeah, I know it's a hot topic, that getting that snow removal or the salt removal, and even the undercarriage. I mean, it can really wreck things. So last one in the queue so far is Nate Mercy. We kind of touched on this a little bit earlier. How does GSF and Green Star compare to Actifoam performance wise?
It's the same.
Yep.
I mean, really, all you're doing is with the Green Star, you're bumping up that GSF to a 9, basically. Yep. And so it's basically just the same thing. The difference is going to be the Actifoam is ready to use, and so you're not mixing two products, and it smells amazing.
Yep.
The smell, Actifoam smells awesome. Yep.
And I think this kind of one for all of us here, which is good from our friend over at Miller Detailing. Do you guys have a must-have go-to product from Koch-Chemie, one that you're always reaching for? I tried a lot of products, but not a whole lot from the brand yet.
Oh, man.
I'm going last, guys.
Yeah.
All right, you guys go first.
I'm always, pretty much every detail, pulling out a little UX. Always tar on all these vehicles down here. With the bad roads in Louisiana, there's always some road repair going on. So everybody got tar slung up inside the vehicle. And ULEX is the solution that just cleans it off the fastest. I've tried all kind of tar removers, and ULEX just gets to the point and takes care of it. So going with ULEX, and I had to think of one more. I guess GSF, just standard, nice wash, smells good.
Yeah.
You were with.
I'm going with Green Star personally, just for the pre-treat, especially in the winter. If I'm going to a wand wash or something like that, I'll soak it down first, give it a couple minutes. Even if I'm waiting in line, I'll spray it down, give it a couple minutes to dwell, and then spray it off, and it works super good. But another kind of honorable mention is I actually really love Fresh Up personally. Kind of use it everywhere, just in the carpets, and
Fresh Up
keeps the car coming fresh. But like you said, to touch on ULEX, I know it's incredibly strong. I've used it very sparingly, and that'll put hair on your chest for sure. But I remember hearing that there's kind of a more consumer-friendly product that's similar to ULEX, not quite as strong coming, or is here, but I don't remember the name. If you want to shed some light on that.
I'll shed light on that before I tell you my items. So we have Tier Wash coming. So Tier Wash is T. The abbreviation is T. Don't drink it, but
too bad.
Tier Wash is a less aggressive ULEX safe on plastics.
Yep.
So with ULEX, you don't really want to use it on plastics because it will completely get rid of that black. So it's safe on plastics and everything else that ULEX is. It's not as strong as ULEX, but it's safer. And then we also have another one coming over called Orange Power. Which will be a little bit later down the road, but it is a even less aggressive Tier Wash. So Orange Power is going to be more for your fabric, like gum or candy or whatever else built up in the carpet or fabrics. That's what you're going to want to use for that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Because detail chiming in, pop his comment up.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you my products, my go-to products real quick though.
You hit us with it.
I'm not going to say these are my favorite products. I mean, I do love them. I would say my favorite product right now though is Protector Wax.
Okay.
My two most used products would be Green Star and Polestar.
Nice.
Because I utilize them together so much. So
Sure. Yeah, and if anybody has any doubt whatsoever about the performance of ULEX, I know TRC dropped a video with a white Raptor with enough tar to pave a road on the side of it, and you would think it was just dirt, and it melts it. I mean, it's pretty incredible.
That's pretty much how it performs every time too. Like it just takes tar off, zero problem.
But good friend, Perfect Detail USA. I'm enjoying working with Magic Wheel Cleaner. Also a wicked product. I mean, it's that one's definitely a pretty solid contender as well. I know Perfect Detail loves using that stuff. So in his ASMR type videos. And Larry Singleton asking the real questions. Can we get a definitive pronunciation of Koch-Chemie, please? I've heard every enunciation under the sun.
There's so many. There really is.
I don't even know if you guys have a correct one.
I just gave up and call it
KCX and Koch-Chemie. Yeah, so I call it Koch-Chemie, and most of the U.S. calls it Koch-Chemie.
Yeah.
However, it's funny because in Germany, when I was in Germany a couple months ago, we were eating in a restaurant, local restaurant, and nobody really spoke English. Actually, nobody spoke English in there. I mean, it was very few words if they did. And that's what made it so awesome, because we were in a real local, restaurant. And we sat down and tried to tell them where we worked or who we worked for. And they had no clue. And then this lady from across the room goes, "Oh, Koch-Chemie." And we're like, "Yeah, but we say Koch-Chemie, but yeah, Koch-Chemie is really, that's it." And then everybody's like, "Oh, yeah. Everybody knew what it was then.
Interesting.
Koch-Chemie.
Yeah, the slightest bit of pronunciation. But yeah, I know we, Al Daly's saying that product would be good for the Cheeto finger stains and the fabrics, which probably not wrong. But Al's got to stop eating Cheetos in his car. And
well, there you go, everybody. That was great Q&A. Thank you, everybody, for the questions.
Tom Kirby chiming in. Thanks for the chat. Time to feed the wife. Have a great weekend, everyone online. Have a great weekend, Tom.
Indeed. Larry Singleton, Koch-Chemie. That's it. Got it.
Yeah, Koch-Chemie.
That's the official Louisiana pronunciation of it.
Oh, I want to say shout out to Ricky Colon, because we did get to talk a lot at SIGMA this year, so that was really cool to meet him in person.
Yeah.
So shout out to you, Ricky, for stopping in and saying hey and hanging out for a bit. So that was cool.
Yeah, how crazy was the Koch-Chemie SEMA booth?
Koch-Chemie at SEMA.
It was busy. I think I only left the booth like one day for a few hours, and I was literally taking gummy fix around to different people and actually showing them that.
Nice.
So
I got plastics around there. I'll spray them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to a tier wash for sure. Yeah, less aggressive into interiors. If someone has like a little sticky spot, that sounds like a good thing to have. You definitely don't want to bring Ulex on the interiors.
No.
So I'm definitely looking for them products. Looking forward to Gun Fix. Got any more teases for us while we're winding this thing down?
I will let you know that we do have 5 liters finally coming in Motorplast. And then in spray sealant and in panel prep.
That's a lot of play.
Those have been, especially Motorplast, because you go through it. So, you go through it pretty quickly, obviously. So Motorplast is a really, big one for us, because everybody wants a 5 liter of Motorplast.
Yeah, I always forget about Motorplast. That's definitely one of my favorite products for sure.
It's one of the most unique, because there's nothing really like that.
Yeah. I had a car come back just a month ago for its yearly mass wash, and I did the engine bay last year with Motorplast, still going strong. Besides where it got real hot right on the top of the engine, the rest of the plastic still see the film repelling water. Rinsed it right off, just wiped everything up, good to go. So Motorplast is phenomenal.
Yeah, I used it on one of my parents' vehicles, and I sprayed it on, and we closed the hood, and my dad's like, "What do you mean, just close the hood?" I'm like, "Just close the hood, just leave it."
Just close the hood.
Water activated. Close it.
Yeah, cracked her open. The next week, and it looks factory fresh.
Set it and forget it. That's easy Motorplast is.
And one more from Luca here. We got how many total products will be in the lineup for Canada and USA to finish the line?
Ooh, good question.
Who knows?
That's a big number.
Yeah.
Here's the reason.
Look at that chart. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So a lot of this chart behind me, a lot of that product is car wash related product. So it's more for the car wash, tunnel wash system due to like dilutability and certain things like that. However, we're always getting those chemists to work. They're working constantly and making new products and, working even on new products just for the U.S. So I don't know. The sky's the limit, I guess. There could be 20, 40, who knows how many more.
And an underrated Koch-Chemie product is the air fresheners. Really good.
Oh, so good.
Get you some foam air fresheners. I mean, you are stinking up the joint, smelling fresh in a good way.
Everybody loves them for sure.
Yeah.
Very delicious. All right, listen. Well, that's to wrap up our show. If you want to hit with the plugs, we'll get you out of here. And it's been a great episode.
Yeah. So Mountain Town Detail, MTN Town Detail on Instagram. Mountain Town Detail spelled out on Facebook and YouTube. And then also check out Mountain Town Yodas on Instagram to follow me with my Toyota Overland builds.
There you go. Do you got anything to cap us off?
Oh, I appreciate it, Justin. I've been very happy to see the success that you've had and joining the KCX team and getting back to the the family roots, and excited to see the garage build, excited to see the Yoda builds and everything else you got planned.
That's right. I mean, without Justin, we might not be here. He helped us, establish the kind of the Cleaner Cast format, and we've been running with it ever since. It's been a big part in our history, and let's not wait another 9 months to have you back on.
Yeah, for real, guys, for real.
I think with the Koch-Chemie lineup, I mean, you could literally do a weekly episode and talk products and never run out of questions and stuff. The active phone, the phone question will pop up every week. So
every single week.
Every single week. Yeah. So we'll be here. I'll make sure to clip that clip and post on YouTube.
We'll make that sucker go viral. Be the hot foam talk.
So. But all right, everybody, we'll catch you next week. We greatly appreciate everybody tuning in. And, Apple, Spotify, Anchor, and we're now on Google Podcasts. I put the form in this morning, but we should be there. So 4 platforms. Go check us out, rate and review us, and be sure you leave us a review so you can be in future giveaways. Who knows? Gotta go hit up Dustin Gar, see if he wants this package or not. And we'll catch you on the next one. All right, everybody? Who we got next week? We got Javi next week. So pretty episode next week. So come in with all your questions. Get ready to hit him up. And that's it. Justin, any last words?
Nope, that is it, guys.
We'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Thanks,
Donkeys. So it's been 9 months since the last time that I dropped a video.